welcome to the I Can Do Anything podcast. Today I'm talking about basketball with my good friend Adison Daub, because we can pretty much do anything we want, you know?
Just happy to be here.
We have a lot to talk about, dude.
Yeah, Hoops is back.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I guess we should probably start with the fight last night.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, of all people, I was, before I watched the game, I knew that there was a fight because I watched it afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's all I knew about the game. And I was predicting that it would be, Michael Beasley didn't play, by the way.
No, he's only played 2 minutes so far this whole year.
I was picturing that, I was predicting it would be Michael Beasley or Lance Stevenson. I think that's pretty obvious who would start the fight out of, you know, Rondo was a part of the fight, obviously,
yeah.
But of all people to have started it all, I would never have guessed Brandon Ingram.
No, dude, yeah, because he's like really, when you watch him
He
play,
looks high.
All the time. All the time. Like he just kind of, like he looks real, he's just mellow. His facial expressions never change.
His shot bothers me.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It looks weird. It's kind of like Al Horford's.
Me and my buddy last night were watching the game, and he kept saying, if you're watching him play, it looks like he's just a little kid out there running around.
Yeah,
but just the way he's like moving, and he runs into every screen.
He doesn't move like an NBA player. No, he's really like uncoordinated almost.
Yeah, he's so long. I think.
That's part of it.
Yeah, that makes it. He just is.
It's much more difficult to be coordinated when you're. His wingspan's probably 7'3", 7'4".
Probably bigger than that because he's like 6'10".
Yeah. Well, generally your wingspan is the same as your height. But
yeah, but
it's most NBA guys. Their wingspan's like, bigger. Yeah.
Like Mo Bamba's wingspan's like 7 feet 11 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 11?
Yeah, it's almost 8 feet.
That's
like
ridiculous.
Almost 8 feet.
How tall is he?
He's probably 7'6" or 6'11".
You know,
Look it up.
I should pull up the NBA.com, have that ready.
Because he got recorded last combine with the longest wingspan in like combine history. I'm pretty sure.
Huh. Yeah. I would never have guessed that. I don't think I'm not too high on Mo Bamba, especially in Orlando. Yeah. Like, there's really not much that he can do there. Yeah,
and it's just he's just got a real high ceiling.
Yeah, if he gets on the right team, he's not going to do shit in Orlando.
No, it's the Magic.
He's not the type of player that's going to like change a franchise.
No, probably not. Especially not in today's NBA.
Yeah. So let's talk about LeBron and the Lakers. What have you seen?
They just need shooters. They need one shooter. Yeah. Just one.
Just one. You think just one?
I mean, you can use probably two, but they need somebody that at least can space the floor.
Yeah.
Like consistently.
I think Kuzma could be that guy, but he just doesn't shoot the ball as, Lonzo Ball shot the ball really well against the Rockets.
Yeah, I think he was like 4
7. I think he was 4 or 7 from 3. Yeah. Which.
Yeah, he looked
every
good.
time he made one, I was like,
yeah,
okay.
It looked like he shot it with confidence.
Yeah,
and his shots changed a little bit.
Which is really important.
It looks a little bit more smooth.
Why is this not pulling up? There it
is. Yeah. What do we got?
Where's he at? Yeah, he was 5 of 10 last night.
Okay.
He was 5 of 10 against the Rockets with 4 of 8 from 3. So he shot 50% from the field and 50% from 3.
I think he hit
14 points.
He had a couple free throws too. What was he from the free throw line?
He didn't take any.
He didn't take any?
No. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers.
And he probably
that's fine.
He had a finish of the game because of the
I was talking about Austin Rivers in a past episode, and that's like right about what Austin Rivers did. That's perfect for a backup. 14 points.
Yeah.
Or 26 minutes, 14 points.
Yeah, but he just
50%.
does when he's on the court. He just does a lot more than like Austin Rivers does. Like outside the stat line, you know what I mean? That's why
I agree.
Yeah, like when just the way he gets others involved in.
Yeah, the pass to JaVale McGee was a cool.
Yeah.
Like it almost wasn't a pass. It was just like he was dribbling and moving, so the momentum of the ball was going towards the basket, and he just kind of let it go.
Yeah, it was like I look at that team, and it's like half the team has like the highest basketball IQ that you can.
Yeah.
Like you got Rondo, LeBron, and then Lonzo Ball's IQ I think is really high.
I think Kuzma.
I mean, he takes some bad
for
shots.
the most part.
And then you got Josh Hart. You know Josh Hart's got a huge basketball IQ.
He's a winner.
And he went to Villanova.
Yeah.
And then you got like the other half are just their basketball IQ is just terrible. Like JaVale McGee,
Lance,
Michael Beasley.
Rondo's is good. Shit, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. Fuck it.
Rockets are tough too, dude. Even though Melo should retire, I wouldn't put that out there. Just Carmelo hanging up.
There was a comment by, I think it was Mark Jackson during the Lakers game. He said something about salute Carmelo for his maturity, for being able to come off the bench. Like, dude, the guy's he should have been coming off the bench the last 4 years.
Yeah, and he still complains about coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's not. You're not mature if. No. How old is Carmelo?
He's
33, 34?
34, but like he hasn't. His game has not progressed at all. Like for the new
he's
NBA.
34.
And like he just doesn't fit in, and he's not good.
His maturity isn't great at all. Like he should have been coming off the bench 4 years ago.
Yeah,
3 maybe.
Yeah,
the first year in OKC, like for sure.
Which was last year.
But
the year before that, like even towards the end of the Knicks, it was like we still.
Yeah, but it was the Knicks, so I guess it makes sense for him to still start.
He's just not good.
No. What did he do?
He's like he had maybe one shot. He was probably 1 of 8, maybe.
It seems like every time he gets the ball, it's like, well, I have the ball.
Yeah,
it's my turn.
You know, as soon as he gets it, 99% of the time, it's going up.
7 points. 3 of 10 from the field.
Nice.
1 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, like his threes, dude, he was breaking them.
He had 10 rebounds, but 4 of them were probably off free throws.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not good.
I know. I think he should hang it up. Because no one remembers, like, no one talks about Melo when he would go out and give you 30 almost a night. Pretty, like, consistently.
Like Nuggets Melo.
Yeah, like Nuggets Melo, early Knicks Melo.
Yeah.
But everyone just talks about like the last 4 or 5 years when he's just been a disaster.
He really has just been a disaster.
And but no one talks about like prime Melo when, he was probably the second best scorer in the league.
Behind
probably LeBron.
Kobe at the time.
Kobe or LeBron. Yeah. Maybe third best scorer then.
Yeah.
Because KD was still like...
KD was still young.
Yeah.
He was super young at the time. KD might have not even been in the league when Melo was in Denver. No, he probably was for a couple of years.
Yeah, like the last 2.
Yeah. I want to talk about the instant replay. The way that they do instant replay.
It takes forever.
It takes so long.
Yeah.
What's really awesome about League Pass is you've got the 20-second on. If you're watching online, you got the 20-second skip forward or backwards.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching on my Apple TV, and it's a 10-second skip forward or backwards. And I found that a free throw takes about 20 seconds. So if someone gets fouled, I just immediately hit the skip button twice, and then they're shooting the free throw, their second free throw. It's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
Or it just skips to the other team bringing the ball back up the floor. So I can watch a game that is 2 hours and like the total broadcast is 2 hours and 15 minutes. I can watch it in like an hour and a half.
Is this
maybe a little shorter?
Are you watching it technically live or the next day?
No, the next day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They have like the condensed version too.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Is that just
the condensed version is edited horribly because they have to keep its broadcast is under 10 minutes. That's the appeal, is that you can watch the game in 10 minutes or the important parts of the game.
So it shows
but
you
I don't like it.
Little segments.
It's edited horribly, like because they're trying to keep it under 10 minutes. They'll if somebody drives, they just show like them finishing at the rim.
Yeah.
And you don't get to see the move or like any of the. I like to see like the bad shit that people do.
Yeah.
And like the fuck ups and just the little stuff like character stuff and like loose balls. Yeah. I don't know, like the details of the game, and you really can't get much of a read for a game by just seeing when someone scores. You got to see when the bad shots there's a lot of bad shots taken in the NBA.
Yeah.
I've noticed that more this year than maybe I have in years past. Like guys force the fuck out of some shots sometimes, and there's some horrible shots taken. But those horrible shots that are taken sometimes end up in the, like, if there are times where, because they are taking that horrible shot, that same horrible shot in a different scenario ends up being like some fucking miraculous play, like some crazy fadeaway that they somehow, you know, like, there's just a lot of times where if they get out of control and there's good defense, that what could have been a really awesome play just turns into like, why the fuck were you doing that? Why did you even think you could get there? You know, like somebody tries to split a trap or split a pick and roll or something, and they just lose it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think it's just,
and there's a lot of
NBA players.
There's just a lot of game.
Yeah, and I think the NBA players just think they can about do anything. Yeah, because they just think they're that good.
Yeah.
So like they don't, don't have a problem with just doing the some miraculous stuff.
And why not?
Yeah, it's
like
it's for entertainment.
Yeah,
trying to put on a show.
Yeah. I want to go back to the fight. I've been talking a lot about how I don't think people actually want to fight.
No, you could tell. Like, besides maybe Rondo will fight.
That's the
thing. I think Chris Paul will fight, but like
they did.
Yeah, I know, but I'm surprised Ingram, but the rest of the team, like, you look like Lonzo Ball and all of them just kind of like watch, and we're like, soon as they saw like 2 punches thrown, they knew they had to step in. Like, they don't want, like Lonzo Ball last year. I remember they talked. There's like a fight, and he just kept on walking. He just
walked away.
Yeah, like
that's what I would do.
Yeah, because he's like, man, and he even said like NBA players ain't gonna. We're not gonna. We're not anything.
Fighting.
Yeah, we're really not gonna hurt each other.
But Rondo and Chris Paul
are old
school NBA guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
What Chris Paul did was kind of weird.
But yeah, he said
just like fucking put his finger.
Well, supposedly Rondo spit in his face.
Yeah.
Right. But some people are saying it didn't happen. Like, all the Rockets guys are saying it happened.
Wait, hold on. There's conspiracy theories about it already?
I mean, like, people are talking like how there's no video of it. Like, even though you can see when they like.
What, people in the way or something?
No, like, you can't. I don't know if you can really see a guy spit. You can kind of tell a lot of the time.
Yeah, I guess.
But like maybe like the camera angle, you can't see it. But like all the video shows no spit. All you see is Chris Paul just putting his fingers in Rondo's eyes.
Yeah, you just saw the end of it.
Yeah, I wish we could have seen. I wish there was a better angle for the Ingram punch.
I just got a notification that was something like rumors from Houston LA fight. CP3 says he was spit on. Okay, one of Rondo's family members confronted Paul's wife. Okay.
Yeah, I saw.
That wasn't worth my time reading that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Paul was like didn't talk to the media right out. He left right away after the game because he was so mad because he heard about Rondo's family or something coming and like yelling at his wife, like was being like really disrespectful. Yeah.
So what do you think happens with all that? You think they get suspended?
Yeah,
all three of those guys probably get suspended multiple games.
Yeah, like I could see Chris Paul, Rondo probably getting 3 to 5 maybe.
Yeah,
and then Ingram possibly 10.
Yeah,
because he kind of started it.
Well, he started
and then he
it.
got in the ref's face.
Dude, that push on Harden was just like why?
Yeah,
Harden must have said something.
Yeah,
although it didn't look like his lips moved.
No, I think it was just a build up. He gets all the calls and like he's still playing like yelling. I think Ingram just got tired of it.
Yeah, dude.
But what was I think even though Ingram threw that like punch,
the running punch,
which was pretty cheap.
I don't know
cheap
if
punch
he hit anybody.
He kind of clipped him, but like he could have really hurt him, but like it was a cheap shot because he just had a free run when Chris Paul was getting held. And then what even worse than that possibly is like when he gets teed up, he runs over into like the ref's face. But like people are saying he might have been yelling at James Harden because James Harden, but he was pointing right at the
top of the ref.
Yeah, and that's not a very good look.
No.
So that's why I could see him possibly getting like 10 games because the punch and like in a ref's face. So and he started it.
Yeah, he definitely started it. Chris Paul of all people and Rondo, it kind of, I don't know, I guess it sort of makes sense. I was just thinking to myself as I was watching the game, like there was a couple fouls, like early on Harden was guarding full court and they just called him with a little bump. It really was nothing. And then the technical that they called on Harden when Lance Stevenson like put his head into Harden's shoulder after that layup.
Oh yeah.
And then they called a tech on Harden for just like kind of pushing him off of him. And I was like, dude, the NBA has gone completely soft.
Yeah.
Like you can't do anything anymore. And I don't even talk like that. Like I don't even really care about that.
They call, like last night you could tell, they called about every hand check.
Yeah.
Like just little touch stuff.
Stan Van Gundy said it. The freedom of movement thing is a little overblown now. Yeah. And then the other thing that really bothers me is the continuation is really selective.
Okay.
Like there was a game early on in the season, maybe the first or second day. Nick Stauskas. It was this Thursday game. Stauskas, the Trailblazers against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Late in the game, Stauskas went towards the basket and anticipated being fouled, and like was fouled and put it up and scored, and they didn't call continuation just because like it was an end of the game scenario, essentially where like you have the defense is fouling to send you to the line, so he just anticipated it. But it's like, but by definition, that's continuation.
Yeah.
So it's really it's almost like, well, continuation, but it's almost left to the ref's discretion whether or not, like if it's a late game scenario, then maybe we just won't call it continuation. And then with the little sweep through things.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
And the shot fake where somebody.
I hate the shot fake.
Dude, that bothers me so much.
And then the shooter jumps into, like, even though like
clearly jumps into him.
It's like, dude, that's not how you normally shoot. You're just that's the offense drawing forcing the contact, and that's by like definition almost an offensive foul.
It bothers me.
Yeah, I absolutely hate, like, James Harden's so good at it though.
Kevin Love does it all the time.
Yeah, like a sweep through. But I hate when
that's what Harden.
But I hate when like James Harden last night comes off that screen and like Josh Hart's trailing and he's just shooting and like but jump at the same time, and Josh Hart has nowhere to go. He's coming right off the screen trying to get through the screen.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you supposed to do?
There's a lot of where he does the little push through and he like sweeps the ball under people's arms and then just goes up and makes it look like he was going to shoot.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, their arm was there, but like really they didn't do anything. There was a couple. Every game that Harden plays in, there's a couple calls that are just like, that's not a foul.
Yeah.
It's hard to ref that though.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's like
the game moves so fast.
Yeah. I don't know, and like he's so good at it though. Like he makes
he's a professional at it now. Yeah.
You know, they had to make a rule based on James Harden doing the sweep through. Like now the continuation, they're supposed to call it where it's a side out. You know, instead of actually in 3 free throws.
Yeah.
So they started that rule and made it because of James Harden. Because back in the day, they would just give him 3 free throws, even though he was just sweeping through and then would throw it up. But now they're like, if it's not like an actual more looking shot, I guess, like we're side out.
Did they put that in last year at the beginning of the last season?
Yeah.
See, but there are times where I see it go, it just goes to the sidelines, but there's still times where, I don't know, I just have a problem with it being so selective. It's like, oh, well, this wasn't a continuation, or, oh, this was, I don't know, it's just weird. Part of me thinks the game should almost be reffed by robots. Yeah. Like there's I didn't even talk about the instant replay thing. We just went right back to the fight.
Oh yeah.
I think that they need, like, they've got the replay center, right?
Well, we did say something about how it takes forever.
It does take forever.
Okay.
But they've got the replay center.
Yeah.
And they don't use it.
No, why can't, like, they should have a person watching the games. They should just basically be able to, like, baseball, like, they put on the headset, they don't even watch, the umps don't even watch.
Yeah.
And, like, they have, like, somebody back in New York tell them the call, and that's how the NBA should be.
Why not have how many refs are there? 3?
Yeah.
Or is there 4 in the NBA?
3, and then they got, like a guy sitting down, like, on the bench.
Oh, like at the scores table? Yeah,
and they have
he's not a ref, he just has a ref shirt on.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know, they got a lot of, like, officials.
There should be another person that's a part of that game's referee team.
Yeah, that should be.
That is in New York at the replay center, and they watch every single play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, the officials the people just on the sideline.
And they should be able to overturn, like, if there's a foul call that is not a foul, and they see it in the replay center, they're like, that's not a foul.
Yeah.
Just take a side out.
I don't understand, like, they got so many people sitting at the scores table and stuff.
It's just stupid.
Why can't a person just be watching the replays? Almost all, that's their job. And then the ref just comes over, he's like, he should
or he doesn't have to come over.
Yeah, and
you just signal good or bad.
Yeah,
like
it's
play
not,
on, or you need to change that.
Instead they got to go over and they got to flip the little monitor around, put on a headset, and he watches. Takes like 2 minutes. It's like it could have been done in 10 seconds.
You know, it went from the in football where the ref would get in the hood thing, he'd like go in there and now it's still antiquated. Like they've updated it.
Yeah.
They've got just a TV screen there. But like it's still just there should be another person. It's not that it's not that difficult to just add another person, and then they're watching every single play, and the ball's tipped and it looks like you can't tell who it was tipped off of, and that guy just watches it 3 times in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and
then
make the call.
He goes Clippers ball.
Yeah, whatever.
It's easy.
It's like when you watch like broadcasts of big games, they always like Fox. Like
they
with football,
fucking show
CBS,
it over and over.
Yeah, but they like go to a guy that used to be an official or referee, and he can say like he'll tell you in 2 seconds like what the call should be. Like how can we have like people call with the networks doing that, but why can't the NBA and NFL just do it?
I'd rather that guy just be a part of the ref team.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't need to hear from him. Just you tell the refs. It's really really dumb.
Yeah.
It's just it needs to be updated.
Yeah, like 99% of the time that guy's right, and we know before the umps or the refs or whatever make the call.
They show the replays so many times. It's like okay, we see it.
Yeah.
Make a decision.
Now let's get back to playing like football or basketball, whatever we're watching.
Yeah, it's bad. All right, let's talk about Friday night's games.
Oh, dude, the Jazz Warriors.
Yeah, let's.
If I tell you this, so it's your home opener, all right, and you're playing the Warriors. You hit a career high or a franchise record in threes.
Did they?
Joe Ingles has a career high in like 29 points. Donovan Mitchell wasn't his best, but still gives you his average. Rudy Gobert has like a couple blocks, plays pretty well, and you're up at 16 going in like to the fourth quarter. How would you feel?
They were up 16.
Yeah, they were up 16 going in the fourth or early in the fourth.
Yeah, in Utah.
Yeah, and then I tell you all that, and you still lose. That's how good the Warriors are.
It's really demoralizing.
That's how good the Warriors are.
Dude, I really like Damian Jones. He's good.
Yeah, he's a freak.
He's not like he only had 4 points. He was 2 of 3.
He got in foul trouble.
Did he?
Yeah, he had like 2 fouls, 3 fouls right away.
Yeah. No, he's got a shit ton of potential, and not as a starter. Like once they bring Cousins in.
Oh yeah.
When he's coming off the bench and playing, he only played 18 minutes last night. So I guess he's playing what he'll play probably because his minutes will probably drop once Boogie Cousins comes in.
Probably.
So maybe he'll only play 10 minutes. But I think for those 10 minutes, he can be really good.
Yeah, he's bouncy.
Yeah.
He's really bouncy.
Yeah. That game was so much fun to watch, though, dude.
Yeah.
The first half was so entertaining. It was back and forth. And I was watching it at the replay of it, and so I could just skip through free throws. Dude, there was a lot of free throws in that game.
Yeah, it was like the Jazz shot 17 or 19 in the first quarter.
But it was still entertaining.
Oh, it was extremely entertaining.
Like normally a game with a shit ton of fouls and free throws is boring.
Yeah, it was real fast paced. First half was watching the Jazz. They played out of their minds.
Their starting lineup is really unique. Ricky Rubio at the point, and then Donovan Mitchell, who is essentially a point guard, but is just more of a scorer.
Yeah.
So he can still facilitate a little bit. And then Joe Ingles at small forward, Derek Favors at power forward, and Rudy Gobert. I don't think that starting lineup is like a lot of starting lineups in the league.
It's different.
Yeah, it's real. Like Joe Ingles. For those that are listening to this on YouTube right now, you're already on my YouTube page. Go watch Driveway basketball videos where Karsten Clark is in them. He's my buddy, Karsten Clark. It's like that's how it's really weird almost to watch him play. Goofy white guy can shoot the ball and just like somehow scores.
Yeah, he somehow beats his guy off the dribble.
It's weird.
Yeah, and he's a really good defender.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, like he took Paul George out of the playoffs completely last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He outplayed Paul George in that series. Playoff P.
He is 6'8", 226, 31 years old. He's only 31. He's from Australia.
Yeah, I knew that.
Huh. Yeah.
He's funky, but he
gets the job done.
Yeah.
I really like him a lot.
And he fits in perfectly with like the Jazz because the Utah Jazz.
It just, there's something about it like that. I love their starting lineup.
I noticed one thing when I was watching that game, and it was a primetime game on, what was that, Friday, ESPN. So you watch like the Lakers crowd, and like when Golden State's playing, you look at the people that are like courtside.
Yeah.
It's like celebrities. Yeah. And then the Utah Jazz, you look at the like who's watching the game and who's all there. It's all like Mormons. And like just a bunch of white people. I did see. It's crazy. Yeah. Like the courtside, you normally see at NBA games. It's like these like rappers and their chains and stuff. Yeah. And like big time celebrities or other athletes.
That's really funny.
And then you go to Utah and it's just like all white people. Because it's you know what I mean?
All white people.
And their crowd is just awesome though. Like they're so into it. I did see
a woman that looked like, I didn't even think of it at the time, but there was a woman courtside that got up like 3 or 4 times, and she had like a little bonnet thing on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
didn't even think about it. I was like, that woman's dressed like really old school.
Yeah, like you go to, and then like same with like BYU. Like their crowds are just really good. Like they're just so involved in their sports because like, and it's also, I think it's Utah, Salt Lake City. Like I don't know what.
Salt Lake is a really cool place.
Yeah, it's like not a place where you're gonna go visit and party. It's like like it's just a really cool atmosphere.
Yeah,
and like that's their big entertainment. It's like the Jazz and then BYU football and basketball games.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, that the Jazz, they could be like, that could be a first round series.
Yeah, no, the Jazz, dude. I think the Jazz finished probably top 5 in the West.
Do you?
Yeah, they're good. Some people have them finishing as like the second best team in the West.
What were they seeded last year? They played the Thunder.
They were a 5th seed last year.
That's what I thought.
And then they beat the Rockets.
It was 4 or 5,
then
right?
They beat the Thunder first round.
Is it 4 or 5? Or
yeah,
5,
the Rockets
6?
were. I mean, the Thunder were the 4 seed.
Yeah.
And then the Jazz were the 5 seed.
Okay. Yeah. Then maybe not. That would be a really fucking cool.
The Jazz are like the team that everyone doesn't talk about, but is really good in the West.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who I was listening to.
Kind of out of nowhere too. Like just within the last.
You get rid of Gordon Hayward, your all-star, and like they win more games last year than they did with Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm not too crazy about Gordon Hayward.
I feel bad for him because he's still. You know. I don't know if he'll ever be the same.
No, he won't be. That's tough. He won't be.
Yeah, like mentally, that's got to be hard, and then your ankle, you just got to always. I mean. Yeah, it was just ugly.
It's interesting because like Paul George has recovered.
Yeah,
like he's himself. He's Paul George still. Kawhi Leonard, that wasn't a freak injury or anything, but it's a leg injury, and he looks like he's Kawhi Leonard still. Yeah. He played really well on Friday too.
He's really good.
But yeah, I don't think Gordon Hayward's going to be.
And like
the same.
That's the thing with like Boogie Cousins, like tearing your Achilles. That's tough. Yeah, too. To come back from that,
he won't be himself. He's not like. It's just not going to.
That guy was the best center in the league last year, and then he tore his Achilles, and it's like I don't know. You just don't know because like he had offers for people, like big offers.
You think he's better than Anthony Davis?
Well, Anthony Davis, I think is more of a power forward. Yeah. Like I'm saying, just strictly as a center. Yeah. It starts like in your lineup as a center. DeMarcus Cousins was the best.
Dude, isn't that crazy that you can call Anthony Davis a power forward?
Yeah, or a point guard if you really wanted to, because he could probably bring the ball.
Dude, more and more now, people get rebounds. These fucking huge guys will get rebounds. And just bring the ball down the floor.
Yeah,
JaVale McGee brought the ball down the floor.
JaVale McGee took the second most shots last night for the
Lakers.
Dude,
he took way too many jump shots.
And he took a couple like fallaways. And he takes some hook shots, like post moves, and it's like he shoots it. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
One of the fadeaways that he made, he like dribbled like 3 or 4 times and like was trying to like put moves on somebody, and then he shoots a fall away and it goes in. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the next one's coming up. Next time it's not. Yeah, it's going up.
Yeah, he took way. He just doesn't need to be shooting the ball. Just dunk and shoot hook shots. That's it.
Layups too.
His energy is really great though.
No, so he's averaging I think he's averaging like 15 a game right now, and he doesn't really play a ton of minutes. He probably plays like 24, I bet. But I think he's going to be a big piece.
No, his energy is really good. He does a lot of things really well.
Yeah, and like he's one of those guys that's like that. Great. Even though they brought in for 1 year, that could be more long term there.
No, absolutely. I think that he could.
Like I see him being more long term than like Rondo, Stevenson, or Beasley.
Yeah. He's younger than all those guys,
and he's not going to take it. Like I think money wise, he doesn't want as much because he just kind of wants.
Well, he's just not going to have as much earning power as those guys. Maybe more
Beasley.
than Beasley and Lance Stevenson. I don't
know about Lance, dude. People like Lance got that one big contract.
Yeah, I would pay Javal more than I would pay Lance.
I probably would too.
How many? Let's see what his. He played 19 minutes against the Rockets,
and he probably had like 16 points.
16 points, 7 of 11 from the field.
Okay. Yeah, the 4 shots he missed.
Those 4 shots that he missed were just jump shots. Like, just don't shoot those ones. Pass it to anyone else for those jump shots. But I guess that kind of comes with the activity. He only had 6 rebounds.
Yeah, he's kind of a twig.
But his plus minus was 7.
Plus 7?
Yeah. LeBron was negative 13 against the Rockets. 24 points.
Well, he didn't have a very
40%
LeBron-like.
No.
Yeah, he didn't have a LeBron-like night. It was like 24, 6 and 6 or something. Wasn't very efficient on the
5 and 5.
5 and 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he was like
40% from the field, 14% from 3. He was 1 of 7 from 3.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was one of those. He didn't play like.
It was like. Could
we be witnessing the downfall of LeBron James?
No.
Just start overreacting after one game.
That's the thing that I've realized about like talking about basketball every day.
Yeah.
Is like that's all you can do is overreact.
Yeah, because you just get.
There's nothing else you could do. Like
you have a 48-minute sample from, and then it's like it makes you forget everything else that has already happened.
If you're talking about it every day, then all you can do is talk about that game. And then the next day you talk about another game. And you just judge people every day.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like really, it's almost like humbling. It's like, well, I couldn't do any of this shit.
Yeah. It's like comparing to like overreacting to LeBron having a bad night. It's the same with the Patriots when they're every.
It's not a bad night. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, no, but for LeBron,
that's just all right.
Yeah. But like it's like the downfall of LeBron James after one game. It's the same with the Patriots every year. They lose. They're like 2-3 going in October, and everyone's like, Patriots done, dynasty over. Next thing you know, they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's the same thing every year.
Yeah, and I talked about that in a previous episode too. It's like I have some criticism of LeBron's defense at times.
Yeah.
And just his overall energy. But like he's earned the right
he kind of has to sometimes. Like with the Cavs last year, he had to do so much offensively that like he had to pick and choose when he wanted to play defense.
But even like in transition, just like he'll just kind of chill out. Like there's a lot of times where it seems like he's just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
But he's almost earned it because he's taken you there before. He's got a proven track record. Mm-hmm. Like the way that I play is going to get you to the finals. So a coach isn't going to have a problem with it. Yeah. It's like, well, that's the formula.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and LeBron he has to do so much. It's like defensively, you can't. There's going to be some times where you can't waste that energy.
Yeah, it's like that energy that he could have spent on a random possession against the Bucks.
Yeah, it's going to give you like a couple extra better offensive possessions
in April or May.
Yeah,
hopefully.
You would imagine. And it's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah. I've been critical of Kyle Lowry, but he played really well against the Celtics on Friday.
Yeah, he did.
And hit a couple big shots down the stretch, took a couple charges down the stretch. He played really well, but that's sort of my criticism of him is he plays great at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and then
and then he disappears.
Yeah, that's why they kind of. I don't know why. I guess DeRozan for
played well
Leonard,
on opening night.
DeRozan for Leonard is obviously a good trade for I think the Raptors, even though it's only going to possibly 1 year.
Probably 1 year.
Probably.
Unless they go to the finals.
But like this is actually that's what I'm saying. This is the year like they could actually like you just got to go all out and just hope because like if it doesn't work out this year, you just blow it all up and almost have to restart because the Celtics are going to run the East after this year probably for the next
5.
Yeah, and 10, then you still and then the 76ers. So if you can't win it this year when those two teams are still kind of young and working on things, then it's like you got to just almost start fresh and just get new talent.
Yeah. If they, and even if this is what sucks for Kyle Lowry is that even if they go to the finals this year, let's say the Raptors end up in the NBA finals, then it's Kawhi Leonard and it wasn't you.
Oh yeah, he's always going to be the second fiddle.
Yeah. But no, DeMar DeRozan played really well against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I like him with the Spurs.
Game. Yeah,
that's a perfect like fit for him.
Those guys remind me of each other a lot. They're very similar.
Except Kawhi's
a much better defender.
And he's a better. like 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
too.
by far. Yeah.
He's just better, but I mean, their style, it's like
I guess the
same.
personality is very similar.
And
they're both humble, quiet guys that just kind of play basketball.
And it takes like a player like that to fit in at the Spurs. And that's
why Kawhi was so great there.
Yeah, and that's why I think DeRozan can fit in there. Because like people were talking about DeRozan going to the Lakers or something. Like him going out and playing out there, I don't think he fits.
It would work.
You think it would?
That'd be fine, dude.
No, I'm saying like as their number one a couple years ago.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, he's not a number one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, out there at least.
Yeah, and he can't be taking like 25 shots and you're hoping you're gonna win because they're all gonna be mid-range jumpers or layups.
And that's what's nice about this Raptors team is he can take 15. Kyle Lowry can take 15. Danny Green played really well the other night.
Yeah.
There's enough guys around that he can be the leader and the best player on the team, but he's not.
Okay, yeah.
Either one.
Oh, yeah.
Either one of them.
I think Kawhi can be your number one.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and then you still like be like.
He'd be a fucking great number 2 in LA though.
Yeah. It'd be like 1A, 1B almost.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Because it would. His game would help LeBron
so much. Obviously,
because like he just defensively he'll do whatever. Like he'll really guard somebody.
That would take.
It'd take a lot on the defense, and then offensively things would be a lot easier for LeBron, and I think it'd make it easier for Kawhi, a guy like Kawhi.
And he can shoot.
Yeah, a couple years ago when Steph like hit all those threes, like Kawhi Leonard, I'm pretty sure had the best. He was the leading 3-point percentage
He
maker.
Didn't take nearly as much.
No,
as
but
Steph.
like it's still to say like he shot it like close to. It was like high 40s.
Yeah,
it was like mid 40s, which is really good.
So Sixers and who'd they play?
The Celtics. No, Sixers didn't. Sixers played
the Magic. Yeah, Sixers Magic.
They won by 1
on Saturday night.
Yeah.
They were like. Now, granted, Ben Simmons was out.
Yeah, he went out
like second quarter maybe. Yeah. But I just thought it was funny how like. I was really paying attention to the end of that game because I wanted to see if Fultz would step up, and he didn't at all. Fultz is not the answer.
No, dude, imagine that team, the Sixers, if they take Jason Tatum number 1 overall
instead of Fultz.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine?
I kind of forgot about
Ben
that.
Simmons, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, they'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
They'd automatically be better in the East.
Yeah, they'd be yeah. Like if you just took and flipped Markelle Fultz and Jason Tatum. I was talking to my buddy last night, because Jason Tatum hit like this fadeaway. He's a mixture of Kobe and Michael and a bigger body. Yeah. He won't be. I don't think he'll be as good as either of them.
No.
But
no.
probably I was telling him in like probably 6 years. After LeBron's the best player in the league, and then Kevin Durant's going to take it for probably 3 or 4 years, maybe. Like the next 6 years.
That just depends on when they both retire.
That's what I'm saying. Like if LeBron's going to probably have a decline earlier, and then KD will still be in like the end of his prime, and there will be like a 2-3 year period where he's the best player in the league, and then after that, I think Jason Tatum will be like almost the undisputed best player in the league.
Yeah, yeah, you got to factor in Anthony Davis.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like he's going to be 25, probably 26 when this happens. So Anthony Davis he'll only be 31, but like Jason Tatum might have like
It'll probably be
more,
those two guys.
Yeah, and then Giannis I think will be like, like I think Jason Tatum will be the best player in the league in probably 6 years because he's going to have like three titles, and he'll be the best player at like he'll win a title at like 22, 23, and 24, and be the best player on the Celtics. I think if they keep that team together.
So you think in the next 5 to 6 years the Celtics are going to win three titles?
It'd be at like the end of this next like say 6.
So in the next 8 years, you think the Celtics are going to win 3 titles?
I think they could
towards the end of that.
Yeah, I think they could. Dude, they're going to be so good because I think the Warriors do like Kevin Durant leaves or Klay Thompson leaves, like somebody's going to leave, and the Celtics are just going to be so good as long as Kyrie stays.
So then if it's Lakers Celtics in 4 years in the finals,
possibly I could see that.
You think the Celtics beat the Lakers if the Lakers get
I think they could. Yeah, I think they could get 1 or 2 if they're playing the Lakers. I think they could get one like possibly as soon as next year. The Celtics could win it next year. I think If the Warriors,
there are people saying that they could win it this year.
Yeah, no. If the Warriors, if I think the Warriors are going to win this year, but if they lose Kevin Durant next year, that the Celtics become the best team in the league for probably a 2-year period for sure. And then it's like if the Lakers get a big piece, then it's like the Lakers Celtics.
Yeah.
And I think obviously LeBron's going to be getting kind of real, he'll be 38.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? You just don't know. But possibly I'm just saying hypothetically, most 38 years old and performing.
Time tells us that. Yeah. History shows us that he won't be as good.
Yeah.
But maybe he will be.
You never know. He probably will be. But just think a possibly 38-year-old LeBron kind of on his downcline versus that Celtics team.
Yeah.
That Celtics team.
But what if he's got fucking Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah.
Or Butler.
And that's what I'm saying.
Leonard.
It could be a 4-year stretch where both of them get 2.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude.
So, but Jason Tatum is going to be the best player in the league in probably about 7 years.
Yeah. No, the NBA is in really, really good hands.
Yeah.
I don't think Antetokounmpo does much in Milwaukee. For him to be like a superstar, he's not. It's because he's not getting free agents in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Well, some GM came out and said there's no way in hell Giannis is playing in Milwaukee for his whole career.
Who?
So it was just an
unanimous.
An
anonymous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unanimous. Anonymous.
Unanimous would be everybody.
Yeah, that's what.
Everybody
unanimous.
believes. Yeah.
Unanimous. Anonymous.
You know, Kyrie hasn't played very well. Well, that's not true. He played well against the Raptors, but they lost.
Yeah.
He got outplayed by fucking Kyle Lowry.
Yeah. And he's not. Yeah. I saw a tweet, a meme making fun of him. It's it's 2 pictures of him sitting on the bench. One's him watching LeBron, and the other picture's him looking at Jason Tatum. It says, when you leave LeBron to become the man, and now you're still the second man to a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
That's what kind of happened.
Absolutely.
That's why I wouldn't be surprised if that Celtics if he leaves.
Dude, Jason Tatum's gonna lead that team in scoring. Against the Knicks on Saturday night, Kyrie had 16, Tatum had 24.
Tatum hit they're up 1, and he got the ball on the wing and backed this guy down and did the Michael Kobe shoulder fake and faded away with 5 seconds left. He drilled it. Huh. And Kyrie, you could tell was looking at saw it go through and just kind of gave a little fist pump, but everyone else was kind of going nuts. You can tell Kyrie doesn't like that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is
he wants the ball in his hands at that point, but he's got Jason Tatum who's only 20 doing it.
Yeah.
But that's also how good Jason Tatum is.
No, I think in the for Kyrie's career, leaving LeBron, sacrificing a year without LeBron to be able to go to Cleveland and be there for X amount of however long, he could just stay there and go to countless finals.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So you sacrifice a year playing with LeBron, but you get all these finals appearances with the Celtics.
Yeah. Because
of it. So it made the move now makes a lot of sense. But yeah, he's just not. Now he's not the guy anymore. He went from not being the guy to he's just not going to be the guy still.
He hasn't been the same. Well, yeah. He hasn't really been the same after he said the earth is flat.
When was that? That was
All-Star break 2 years ago.
That
not
was
last
after
season.
They won the championship,
yeah,
right?
It was when things started to go, fall through everywhere. And they got swept in the final. Or they lost 4-1 to the Warriors. And then he went to the Celtics. And
he had a great year, but then he got hurt.
And now it's just mentally he's not the same.
Yeah, he was 16 points in 32 minutes, 31% from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 2 turnovers, 5 assists.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he'll still probably be an all-star.
Yeah. And they won't get challenged in the East probably.
I think the Raptors. I don't think the Sixers will as much.
They may get challenged, but I don't think that it'll be they'll win a series in 5 or 6 games.
Who, the Raptors?
I think the Celtics probably win the Eastern Conference Finals in 5 or 6 games.
Really? I don't know. I could. Yeah, probably. I'd say I could see the Raptors going 7 with them.
Yeah.
Because I think the Raptors are really good. I think Kawhi makes that team 10 times better than they did with DeMar, and they were number 1 seed in the East last year.
You think 10 times better, or are you exaggerating?
Probably exaggerating a little bit. But he makes them better.
No, I would. I wouldn't mind seeing the Raptors beat the Celtics. I would prefer it be the Sixers.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I always doubt Kyle Lowry's ability to win. I'm doubting currently Markelle Fultz's ability to win, and I used to fucking love Kyrie, and then he left LeBron, and now I don't really like him as much. And so either way, somebody that I've talked shit about goes to the finals.
Yeah. It's like, oh well.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. That's what's fun about it.
Who else is in the East unless the Bucks?
The Bucks, but
no, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Outside of Giannis, they're not very good.
I think Chicago is going to be way better this year than they were last year. Jabari Parker hasn't played nearly as much as I thought he was going to play, and Bobby Portis is way better than I thought he was.
Yeah, and see the bottom of the East, like the 6, 7, 8, it's like totally up for grabs.
Yeah,
like no one knows. Like who knows who's going to make? You probably get the Wizards in there somewhere.
Yeah. Although Dwight Howard hasn't played, I'm really eager to see.
He's got sore buttocks.
I'm really eager to see. Yeah, of course he does. That's his injury.
That's where they have him listed, like on the injury list.
Sore buttocks.
It's like injured buttocks. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's something to do with his back, and it's making his butt really tight. Like muscles in his butt. Yeah, ESPN wrote an article about it.
I'm sure they did.
Slow day in sports.
But I'm excited. How slow day in sports? When was that?
Oh, like probably when, I don't know, a couple of days ago.
There has been no slow days.
No, I'm just saying that's what ESPN's right about.
Yeah.
It's like you got all this other stuff about.
Oh, okay. You're being I'm with you now.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I am eager to see Dwight Howard with John Wall and Bradley Beal. But they're not gonna. There's another guy I'm really critical of too, John Wall. It's not gonna.
Walmart superstars, what you call him?
Yeah, man. It's just too much stuff. Just too much extracurricular stuff. And not enough producing when it matters. I
saw a video. Bradley Beal hit a 3, set the franchise record for the Wizards last night, most threes in a career.
I really like him. I think he's way better than John Wall, and John Wall takes more shots than
John Wall just has the ball in his hands all the time.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal's like
coming off screen.
He's like a kind of a knockoff of a Klay Thompson. Not quite as efficient, not probably quite as good as a defender, but like, though. Yeah. And those are the type of guys that can play anywhere.
I really wanted Bradley Beal to go to the Cavs. At that year after, the year that Kyrie left before he left.
Yeah. Trade like.
I wanted them to get. I mean, they probably would have had to give up too much to get Bradley Beal, but I thought that he would cancel the rest of. That would have been such a great series because that was where the Warriors won. It was Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Basically, because everybody else.
You're talking about when they still had Kevin Love and Kyrie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. How about the Cavs though? I tuned in to watch their opening night for a little bit.
I've watched both Cavs games,
and I'm thinking to myself, like I'm watching it, and I'm like, this just feels weird.
Yeah,
like not having LeBron there, but Kevin Love's still there.
No, yeah, it's odd.
And they're just getting smacked
against the Raptors. Like it was just there was not as much. It was just like something's missing. Yeah. Oh wait,
yeah, the guy that scored 51.
The guy that did everything.
Yeah, our team.
Yeah, that whole it was a rivalry, but it wasn't because the Cavs always won. But like there was a thing there. It was like
now the Raptors,
and now there's no allure to that game.
No, that's the thing is like the Cavs last year went from having I can't remember how many national. It was like 30 national broadcasted games. Now this year the Cavs have I think it's like 2 or 3.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Which I mean, yeah, it's.
I thought it was weird that the Lakers weren't on opening night.
Like Celtics, they didn't play till Thursday.
Yeah. Celtics, Sixers, and what was the Warriors Thunder was the opening night game.
The Warriors Thunder game would have been a lot better if Russell would have played, obviously.
Yeah. That one always makes sense. Opening night should have been Warriors Thunder and fucking Lakers Celtics.
Yeah, the only bad thing is the Lakers would have had to go to the Celtics because you can't have 2 West Coast games.
Yeah, that's fine.
That'd been fine with me. But I think they probably had to do East game, 2 of the top East teams do. That
makes sense, but
just for regional purposes.
Yeah. Fuck the regional purposes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to watch good hoops.
No, but Celtics Sixers was a great game opening night.
Yeah,
it was fun to watch.
Yeah. See, I don't have as much attraction to the Celtics Sixers games as much as I do is almost half the West for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I love watching the Sixers. I think it's
they're really good. But I just for some reason I'd rather watch. I don't know the Thunder play the Jazz.
Yeah,
I'd choose that game before I'd watch the Sixers versus Celtics game.
There's a lot of great games on. Although Saturday's games weren't the greatest. Nets, Pacers.
I haven't watched any of the Pacers play.
I haven't, because we live in Indiana, so we don't get the...
Oh, yeah.
We get all those games are blacked out. Any Pacers game is blacked out.
I wonder, can you watch those games the next day?
It's 3 days afterwards.
3 days, wow.
By then
and it's
not,
no.
Yeah, by then I don't care.
I'm not, yeah.
Raptors Wizards was a good game.
The Celtics
Knicks was a good game, but I didn't watch that game.
I watched the fourth quarter.
I wish I would have, because it was a good game throughout. I tuned in the second quarter and it was close.
Yeah.
The Magic and the Sixers ended up being a good game. Redick played really well.
He had 31.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah. Hornets Heat is unwatchable for the most part. Although I really think that's the thing, as I say, because you just see Hornets Heat and you're like, eh.
Yeah.
But Kemba Walker's fucking fun to watch.
And it's Dwayne Wade's final year.
Dwayne Wade, yeah, the Heat. There's not much on the Heat.
Yeah, the Heat are like one of those. They'll be decent. They'll probably finish like 6th in the East.
But they're not very good.
They're not hard to watch because of the way they play.
Yeah,
it's physically beat you down, play slow.
Yeah,
you don't have a guy that can go off or anything crazy. You have to be a big Dwayne Wade fan almost to watch the Heat games.
Yeah, and I was surprised at how little he played, or how late he came off the bench. I see him. I guess he's in the end of his career, Melo is. Yeah,
but at least he accepts
did he say that this is his final year?
Yeah, this is he released a video before the season said this was his last year. So it's his what Kobe did last whatever tour.
Yeah, yeah. But Pistons Bulls generally in the last 5 years that wouldn't be a good game, but it was 118 to 116, and there was a game-winning shot. And then the Mavericks T-Wolves was a 4-point game.
And then what was the score of that one?
140, 136.
That's what I was. Yeah, 140, 136. Wow.
Yeah.
How many points?
Doncic had 26 points, 4 threes. Who are you going to ask about? Doncic?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
What Dennis Smith do?
26 minutes, 19 points, 50% from the field, 1 of 6 from 3.
The T-Wolves won, right? Or was
the Mavericks won.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler didn't play.
Why not?
Rest. That's what it said.
Yeah, rest.
How about that, man? You fucking need me.
Yeah, that whole thing's funny.
That's great. How do you get booed right away at the beginning when you get introduced, and then you're shooting free throws at the end of the game and you get an MVP chant?
Yeah, I mean, even early on in the game, he got a steal and then made a pass for a dunk, and they were cheering, and it's
why'd you boo him?
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, but it's just funny how you can boo him and then start chanting MVP.
It's like, fuck you for wanting to leave, but good play, man. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
like a knockoff LeBron situation where everyone knew he was leaving, but he wasn't. LeBron just wasn't vocal about it. Like Jimmy Butler, that's how LeBron had been thinking all last year.
Yeah, pretty much.
He
just didn't say anything.
The owner.
Yeah,
Griffin. That's how he had to think all last year.
Yeah,
that's probably what he wanted to say. But Jimmy Butler was like, "No, I'm going to say it."
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. God, that's great.
Do you think that they trade him?
I mean, they're going to probably, I don't know. I don't think Thibodeau wants to, but the GM wants to. And I think at this point, you probably have to. You can't have, the only thing is asking price. They're asking for a lot.
Do you see any, is there anything you see on the court that you can see a disconnect?
Not really. I think they're doing a pretty good job of covering that. But dude, there's no way you can have a guy go off like that on your whole front office. And he hasn't showed up all year. He asked for a trade, and the first day he shows up, he basically just puts everyone in their place. And that just in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean, I guess supposedly he held a players meeting and hashed things out, but still it's hard for a GM and the front office to have a player just basically show them up to want to keep him around long term.
Yeah.
Even a guy that's as good as Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. There are a couple things I've seen, but it's probably just because I'm looking at it with a microscope.
Yeah.
There was one play where Karl Anthony Towns, off a made basket, Karl Anthony Towns took the ball out, and Jimmy Butler was like right at the block, like he's the guy that you should have thrown the outlet to, but he was trying to speed the pace up, so he skipped it up to half court to Jeff Teague, who was also like ready for an outlet pass, and then it got intercepted.
Oh yeah,
and it's like
little things like that.
It's like, why would you just not pass it? I mean, I get that you want to speed tempo up, but like in a situation like that, like most of the defense was already back. It wouldn't have really given them that much of an advantage, and Jeff Teague probably would have just held it up and waited for both of them to get up the floor anyways. I've been on both sides of those kind of situations in basketball, where I was the guy that didn't want to pass it to some guy because I had some sort of personal relationship with him that I didn't like very much, or I just didn't want him to have the ball, so I would pass it up to somebody. And I've also been the guy that's had the ball passed past them.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, I'm open.
Like, why would you not just pass it to me, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, I'm right here.
And so that's what kind of like what I want, like just little stuff like that is probably where it manifests, where it's just like that's because Jimmy Butler did what he did, and that's why Jimmy Butler did what he did.
Yeah.
Because Karl Anthony Towns makes a stupid pass like that, turns it over, and it goes to and it ends up in two points for the other team.
Yeah, I get that. Like Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most talented players and like really, really, really good.
Yeah,
I'm just not a big Towns fan.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like he can score 30 for you and give you like 15 probably, but I don't think he's like a winner. Like I don't think he cares. He just acts like he doesn't care.
He's a big Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, and but like he doesn't feel like he doesn't want to play like defense. Like he's just kind of lazy, but he'll go score 30 easily.
Yeah, because he's a freak.
Yeah, like he offensively is so good, but I just don't think he I just don't feel like he cares as much. Maybe if you got rid of Jimmy Butler, maybe, because I think maybe like he doesn't like having Jimmy there as part of the reason he doesn't want to play as hard. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
You know, like they've just butted heads enough.
Yeah.
They just got tired of. He's like, screw you, dude, or whatever. But I don't know. I'm just not a huge Towns fan.
Yeah, against the Mavericks on Saturday, he had 31 points, 56% shooting. He was 4 of 6 from 3.
Yeah, but like they gave up 140 points to the Mavericks.
But he only had 5 rebounds.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. But like you give up 140 to the Mavericks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no like if you put Jimmy Butler out there instead of Towns, like the mental side of things, there's no way a team's going to score 140 against them.
They shouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that happens.
Yeah.
Like, but you put Towns out there, I think he just.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just gives that persona that he just doesn't care.
Another game from Saturday night that I guess you would think it would be a fun game to watch. The final score was 121-108, Blazers Spurs. But I guess there was 10 games on.
Yeah.
And other than Suns Nuggets, which isn't all that interesting, even though you still got
Devin Booker.
Jokic.
He had a perfect triple-double. Did you see
what is
that?
What the fuck
So he
is
was
that?
like 11-11 for the field for 35 points, and then he had like
12 rebounds, 11 assists.
Yeah, so he had like they called it a perfect triple-double because
he was
100% from the field.
Interesting.
He scored 35 points on 11 shots.
A game that I was thinking like wouldn't be that fun to watch. You still got Gary Harris, Jokic.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you say his name?
Jokic, Nikolai Jokic, I think.
And then Booker's fun to watch on the Suns, and who's the big guy? DeAndre Ayton. So, yeah.
And they got Josh Jackson.
Yeah,
He's
Josh
young.
Jackson's
They're
good.
real young.
Yeah.
They could be good. They just need and Trevor Ariza plays there now.
Yeah, that's right. See, he's never been like something that's overly fun to watch.
No, but he's a good person to have. He can play. Like he's one of those guys that can play anywhere.
Yeah, I wish the Rockets would be so good if they didn't get rid of him.
Yeah.
I think that they just made a huge mistake with the Melo and Devin and paying what's his name so much money. Their center.
Oh, Capella.
Yeah, paying him a bunch. Chris Paul taking that huge contract.
Yeah. And
then losing Ariza and gaining Carmelo Anthony.
Last year was their probably only year they could.
Yeah, the window's closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Chris Paul doesn't shimmy in Steph's face, I think they win it.
Yeah.
Because I think it was the basketball god saying, don't do that.
Don't do that stuff.
Don't do that stuff.
To our golden child stuff.
It's like, Because, dude, the Rockets were going to win. Up 3-2 after putting yourself up 3-2 and then going back to, and having Game 7 at Houston with Chris Paul, I think the Rockets win.
Yeah, they probably do.
Both games, the Rockets were up. I'm pretty sure both games big early on.
Did the Rockets win Game 6 or the Warriors won Game 6?
The Warriors won Game 6 and 7.
The Rockets very easily could have won Game 6
without Chris Paul too. They were up like 16 early in the first half. I'm pretty sure they're up big. But it's just one of those things. It's like the Warriors could be down 20, and next thing you know, it's tied.
Yeah,
it's not fair. What else we got?
How
about that sicko mode?
Yeah, that's video. Really awesome.
Figured I'd just put that out there.
Yeah. How many times have you watched it?
Probably about 10.
Yeah, I'm probably right. Like, you've watched it more than I have. The production is incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Like the way that we talked about this, the way that the transition, like, kind of it's like the distortion of the bass at a certain point,
and like every time it
when the bass hits it, like dissolves a little more.
This is really bad.
But like the way that the bass sounds like distorted kind of, and then the picture gets distorted is really fucking genius.
I love it.
And just there's like so many different scenes. A lot of music videos, like your traditional 90s 2000 rap music video, there's like 4 scenes and you just sing the whole song in each scene, and then you just bounce it back and forth.
And there's just a bunch of bad bitches sitting around.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of that in Travis' video.
But not like, you know.
I loved the what they did with the sample of the old dude from Houston with the spray painting on the train track that was behind Travis when he was in a random field with a bunch of thick black chicks on the ground.
Oh, while he's sitting there, yeah.
What's the sample of? I keep forgetting who the sample is. It's a Project Pat maybe, or somebody from Houston, Bun B or something like that. Let me just pull the fucking song up.
Mike Jones. Was Mike Jones a Houston boy? You knew who Mike Jones is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he Houston?
I think so.
I feel like he.
Yeah. This part.
I don't know.
Come on. This part. There's a train behind him and there's spray paint on the train. And it's his face, and he's mouthing it. I thought that part was really cool.
I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
But yeah, there's just so many scenes in it, and so much like.
I'm surprised even that was like Sway Lee kind of is in the hook, and he wasn't in the video at all.
No.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Because he's a pretty big name when it comes to like.
Yeah, you would think
on features. He's great features. He does great features.
The hook is great in that song because of him. Yeah.
Yeah, and the same as what's he? He's in something else too, I think.
On that album?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
What is it?
R.I.P. Screw.
And he makes that song a lot. Like, he makes it.
Yeah.
On the hook.
Maybe that's who that was. Screw.
DJ Screw? Might have been.
On the train. That's probably who it was.
It could have been.
Because there's a lot of samples from Screw in that mixtape. Did I send you that thing on Genius about all the samples that were all like Houston homages?
I think so. Yeah, that had to do with like the Houston background and rap culture.
I think that was part of it.
Yep.
Well, do you got anything else?
Hey,
is there any more basketball to talk about?
No, but I will say this is the best time of year for like sports fans. This is my favorite time of the year to watch sports. NBA starts back up. Yeah. You got NFL in full swing, college football in full swing, and then you also have the MLB playoffs.
Well, and college basketball is going to start pretty soon.
College basketball.
See, that's really funny that you make that. Fan. I used to fucking love college basketball.
The play is so bad. It's
just not the NBA. That's what it is.
Yeah. And like
it's still really good basketball.
Yeah, but a lot of it's like you just see like 18, 19-year-olds. So they're like just developing.
Yeah.
So it's like not like the level that, I think it used to be when you had a bunch of seniors in there, and the way it's just
that's a very good point.
And just the style of the way, because it's like what the NBA almost used to be. You know what I mean? Back early mid 2000s, it was kind of like
not the
sloppy kind of street ball style, I guess you'd say. And colleges kind of switched to that for a lot of programs. Yeah. Because it's just like one and dones. They come in and it's like AAU ball.
It really is just AAU basketball.
Yeah. It's just like super glorified, extremely high level AAU ball.
I saw something on Saturday that players, what is the NBA PA, the Players Association, and the owners were having trouble coming to an agreement on the one and done thing.
Yeah. Well, that G League, you see that G League
the
thing?
The G League's going to pay now, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Did
it was
you see
funny.
what Adrian Wojciechowski tweeted? Wojciechowski,
No,
however. He tweeted something like, why would these one and done guys go to the G League, make a little bit of money, have to do flights every night and stay in like hotels, or just go to college and they're going to get paid anyways?
Yeah.
Like Adrian Wojciechowski tweeted that, and he's like, Woj bombs. He does all the news, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me Zion Williamson asked for $125,000 from Kansas and some like housing for his parents and jobs for his parents, and then changed his mind just to go to Duke for free? You ever think like there's no and like Clemson was on his Final Four. Like, how much money did Clemson have to pay him to keep him considering? Even though he's from like South Carolina.
A bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all corrupt, you know. But
I mean, that's just what it's gotten to. There's just so much money in sports.
It's corrupt only because it's illegal right now.
Yeah, which I'm fine. Yeah.
But in 15 to 20 years, it's going to be a lot more out in the open, I think.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, maybe not, you know.
I don't know.
Those guys get stipends and stuff.
Yeah, they're doing fine. Like,
Why would you not go to college? You can just have a great 1 year in college.
And you have so much fun.
There's all kinds of college girls around.
Yeah.
And you're just the most important person in a. I mean, if you go to UCLA, you're in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, but then you're not in.
Yeah.
I mean,
but like, let's say at a school like Duke or Kentucky, like in that little that city,
that little bubble,
and like it's just like you're God.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, like
Texas.
Baker Mayfield last year was probably living just the life. Like he had the college atmosphere.
Johnny Manziel.
Didn't go to class. Never. You don't have to go to class. You get paid.
Private
a little
jets.
bit. Oh, dude, it's gotta be wild.
Yeah.
For a 20-year-old, like living that type of lifestyle.
That would be so awesome. It's like you've seen the movie Blue Chips, right?
Yeah.
With Ray Allen.
Yep. No, that's you're talking Jesus Shuttleworth movie.
Well, yeah,
he got game.
Yes,
but like they're doing the visits
game.
with Ray Allen. But Blue Chips has Shaq in it.
Shaq
and Penny Hardaway.
Yes. Both either one that lifestyle would be incredible. So I don't know why you would. What you receive from going to college, all the extra stuff that's not liquid cash, but all the stuff you get and the amenities you're afforded, it's like making more than $125,000 because if you go to the G League, no one's paying attention at all.
And besides, people in office.
Yeah, in front offices.
Yeah, that's about it. Which like outside, you don't get like the national television or like.
But front offices are paying attention to college basketball too.
Yeah.
More so.
Yeah.
Way more so.
Yeah. And then a guy going just to the G League, it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like the first couple of years, it'd have to take a huge wave of players to go to the G League for like guys to really start paying attention.
Yeah, you'd have to get it was almost like a bunch of high school guys would have to get together and be like, let's change the culture.
Yeah, that's how it'd have to be done.
Yeah,
there's no way like you get
not gonna happen.
Yeah, even just like two top 10 recruits do the G League movement or something instead of college basketball.
And the G League had to do it because the JBL actually has some players.
Yeah,
but like they're not going to be.
No,
it's a minor league system essentially.
Yeah,
it's
like
much. All guys that like maybe could have played college basketball, but like would probably be better as D2 players.
Yeah, it's like your mid-tier, low D1 guys possibly, and D2 guys.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of guys that wouldn't have made the NBA probably anyways. It's like, well, here's an option. I can go play basketball. What's cool for them is like they can still play basketball and make money, and
they're traveling the world right now. That JBL.